guys, Haley here. I just wanted to post a little video recap on Monday because it was awesome. And for those of y'all that either didn't make it or those of y'all that did and need a refresher, I just wanted to highlight a couple of things that we talked about that really brought some cool breakthrough and revelation for those of us that were there on Monday. So we were still in Matthew 5. We were kind of in verses 17 through 20-ish, 26-ish, and we kind of focused on two things, and one was fulfillment and the other was forgiveness. And so the way it opens is Jesus coming to the people and saying, hey, I didn't come to abolish the law, I came to fulfill it. And that was kind of confusing. We didn't really know what that meant, and so we sort of talked about the idea of what it means to move from one grade in school to the next grade. So let's imagine you're moving from the 9th grade to the 10th grade. In order to move from the 9th grade to the 10th grade, you have to have fulfilled and completed all of the requirements in the 9th grade, right? You have to have passed all your tests, be able to read and write and do math at the level that 9th grade says is your requirement. And then you're able to move to the 10th grade. And in the 10th grade, there's a higher standard. There's higher expectations of you because you moved up from one grade to the next. And so we discussed that's kind of what Jesus did and is talking about here. He says, I came not to abolish the law, but I came to fulfill the old law. I came and died on the cross, thereby completing all the requirements of the old law so that I can come and establish a new standard and a new expectation. And so we talked about that and what that meant then for anger. And so Jesus moves on and says, in the old law, in the 9th grade, it says, don't murder, don't act on your anger. But in the new law, in the new covenant, after Jesus came and died, he equipped us with something to go beyond that. He equipped us with forgiveness, so that no longer does the law say don't murder. The law says don't hold anger in your heart. Don't even hold on to bitterness and unforgiveness towards your brothers and sisters, because I've given you a new power, a new tool to go and change that whole reality. That reality of anger and bitterness can now be changed because of forgiveness. And now that's the standard I'm calling you to. The new standard we are called to is to forgive. And so I just want to encourage y'all today that we've been called to a higher standard for a purpose. We've been called to forgiveness for the purpose of freedom. When you go and forgive those who have hurt you or caused harm to you, you're actually upgrading all that you're walking into a higher level of freedom. When you forgive someone, it doesn't justify what they did. But when you forgive someone, it sets you free from the binds of pain, of lies, of fears that they've had wrapped around you. And when you move with Jesus, who came and provided forgiveness for you, then he also gave you forgiveness for the people who've hurt you. There's one quote I want to share with y'all that I love. And it says that unforgiveness is like drinking poison and hoping the other person dies. Guys, when we withhold forgiveness, when we hold on to anger and bitterness, the only person it harms and causes death to is ourselves. It's not the other person. So I encourage y'all today to take that courage, take that forgiveness that Jesus came and died for, to give to you so that you can go out and give it to those who have hurt you. And when you do that, you are going to walk in more life, more joy, and more freedom. Catch y'all next week.